And finally, ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin is breaking our level of resistance that we discussed in the previous videos. In this episode, we're going to discuss about why you need to be careful right now not to get into the bull trap. We need to discuss about the next level of resistance and how strong this rally actually is. And now let's begin. So ladies and gentlemen, here we are on the Bitcoin chart, but we need to discuss about the reasons why this actually happened. And as you know, we discussed in the pretty much few videos before, we discussed about this pennant over here on the S&P 500. Not many people are discussing about this. There are some of them that are discussing about the resistance over here, but nobody's discussing about the bullish pennant, or let's say bullish falling wedge formation over here. Usually the falling wedge formations, they're coming from the top to the bottom over here and they are breaking to the upside. Usually they have 70-75% chances to break to the upside, especially when we are, let's say, oversold in the market. And as you can see right now, the S&P 500 traditional markets actually managed to break this resistance. And if you remember, many days before and the weeks, we discussed about this pennant, and as you can see, we broke it to the bullish side together with this important level of resistance. And I hope we're gonna break also this blue one, which is also going to determine if we're gonna continue this bull market or not. So far so good. If you switch to the weekly chart, you can even see this on the weekly chart. It's pretty seeable, and I do believe that the big traders are watching this and they are not going to ignore it for sure. However, on the weekly chart, you can see that the 20 exponential moving average is still ahead of us, so we need to see if the S&P 500 may actually break this or not. That's gonna be the true test, not the pennant itself, but the exponential moving average, because you know how it goes on the weekly chart for the S&P. You can see constant turnbacks to retest it and continuation of the bull market. So you wanna watch the 20 exponential moving average. And as well, if you come to the Bitcoin, well, Bitcoin followed through that resistance that it had over here that we discussed as well, and you can see that the 20 exponential moving average is also ahead of us. So actually the bull trap over here would be that the S&P 500 is going to hit. That's actually the hint for you in advance, where you may actually see when that could potentially happen. S&P 500 is most probably the first one which is gonna retest 20 exponential weekly moving average. Definitely watch that. If that happens, that we decline from 20 exponential moving average and see a decline from that level, well, most probably Bitcoin could follow through day after, or maybe even hours after, hit into 20 exponential moving average, or this structure over here that we discussed as well on the resistance level. As you can see now, it's resistance, then it's gonna be the bull trap, and then we're gonna go to the downside. So that's definitely one of the greatest trick to watch. Observe the S&P 500, how it reacts over here on the 20 exponential moving average. I do believe that if we break this blue line, if we break 20 exponential moving average, which are pretty much on the same level, we are going to continue bull market for the cryptocurrency space and for the S&P 500. That's one of the good tricks. Also, we have one of the good tricks on the Ethereum. Ethereum tends to sometimes lead the bull market. Yes, you heard me well. We discussed, I think, a year ago in one of the videos, Ethereum manages to break into the bull market, I think over here or somewhere in this rally. I really cannot remember very well first, and then Bitcoin followed after that. So it seems like right now the same thing is happening, and I do believe that if Ethereum breaks this first, I think that also Bitcoin could follow through into the bull market. And I think if we break this level of resistance together with the 20 EMA, which is pretty much on the same level, or let's say this zone of resistance, well, Ethereum could go into the bull market and the other cryptocurrencies, including the Bitcoin, could follow. But again, I'm telling you, watch what the traditional markets are doing, because that's right now very, very important for the bull market or the bear market in the Bitcoin. Now, when it comes to the resistances for the Bitcoin, what is the first wall that we're gonna hit to the upside over here? I do believe that this is the zone of $29,000-$30,000 approximately, and as well 31.2. So this level of wicks that you can see is gonna be very important for the Bitcoin. If the Bitcoin hits this level and gets declined heavily, then most probably we're gonna continue push to the downside. Doesn't mean that we're gonna hit the next low. It's possible, of course. These blue lines, we discussed about them as well in one of the videos, but I do believe that we may actually make some higher low there and then continue into the bull market a little bit later. later. However, let's wait and see how the price will react on this level. We don't know that. We don't know how bulls or bears are strong. Talking about the strength, let's go to the block over here and see what's going on. The thing you want to watch over here are the futures, because futures could tell you a lot about the strength and the weakness of the bulls or the bears. As you can see, longs and the shorts, we don't have liquidations, or let's say squeeze in the previous, well, pretty much 1 month or so. Nothing significant on the both sides, maybe shorts during this day or yesterday, 18th, 7th, so that was 2 days ago. You can see that the liquidations came on approximately $33 million, which is nothing, but one of these days, who knows, maybe it could be today, we're gonna see most probably some of the liquidation starting hitting over here the road. The past 2 days didn't load over here, so we need to wait maybe tomorrow and see what's gonna happen. However, we're gonna see if this over here, this push to the upside of the S&P 500 and the Bitcoin as well, managed to squeeze some of the shorts, from the futures, which could give us relaxation of that, pressure from the bears that are trying to short the Bitcoin constantly and move to the upside above important level of resistance. So definitely watch the block over here, watch the liquidations side. That's gonna be very important, because BTC funding rates are not moving from the zero. That's actually good. The futures are kind of lined up with the spot price. That's great, but still there are going to be people on the top and the bottom who are going to try to catch the bottom and the top, and I wouldn't recommend you to do that, but there are people who are doing that, and we're gonna see those people over here getting liquidated. We just don't know if it's gonna be longs or shorts. If the longs got squeezed, well, we may see price dipping a little bit more and make this bear market even more prolonged, right? So let's wait and see. However, this is beautiful chart over here, what I'm watching right now. On the monthly chart, we can also see some improvement. 3 months already we didn't have the green candles. This is amazing, but we need to see if this is going to be continuation of this downtrend over here. If you're in doubt, zoom out, right? Or we're gonna see moving back above this structure over here. Also, we need to discuss, I think it's on the weekly, we need to bring some indicators, and that's the moving average, simple moving averages, and you can see that we got back about weekly simple 200 moving average. That's amazing. The Bitcoin have been there just for a couple of days over here, maybe even hours, I'm not sure. I don't want to go below on 4-hourly chart to check that, but however, this over here is not more than a few days over here. 1 month we spent below this, and now we got back. I hope we can close the July candle over here above this moving average, and that could be the big bullish signal for and buy opportunity, for the bull. So make sure to watch that as well weekly. We cannot go below 22.7. We must stay there. If we stay there, then it's gonna be, I think, pretty bullish for the Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency space in general. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I gave you some tips and tricks to watch on the chart. The chart looks very nice, the price looks very nice, and it seems like some people are getting a little bit optimistic, but we don't want to get into the bull trap. Watch these signals that I just showed you, S&P 500, watch the futures, watch the 200 weekly moving average, watch how the price is reacting. So the next stop is gonna be that $29,000 to $31,000 approximately. If we return back from that level into the lower levels, well, most probably we're gonna see a little bit prolonged bear market. But if we just shoot through it, well, that's it seems gonna be a continuation of the bull market much sooner than later. And usually Bitcoin does that. Usually Bitcoin is trying to catch people unprepared, because some people are planning, I'm gonna buy here or here or here, but the Bitcoin is not giving them chances to do that, because it gave you already chance before when it dipped to the $17,000. Some people are discussing about $12,000 and $11,000. It seems like maybe we're gonna see those prices, but maybe Bitcoin decided not to give us that chance again. So think again, if you are planning to buy, do some dollar cost averaging, and you're gonna be just fine in the markets. I want to thank each last one of you for watching our videos, and until the next update, happy trading and goodbye.